Have you applied to Sussex yet? It's time to get your college education on track. We'll register you for classes, help with financial aid, and set up your payment options. You're just a few short steps away from a quality and affordable education. Visit sussex.edu/apply, fill out the app, and you're ready.
Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, specializing in public entity risk management, loss control, and self-insured alternatives. Put your trust in Arthur J. Gallagher locally by contacting George Morville, who served Sussex County schools and municipalities for over 40 years. Arthur J. Gallagher and George Morville support Sussex County athletes and charities. Arthur J. Gallagher Risk Management Services, business without barriers. For more information, call George Morville at 973-383-3110.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
One of the things he had us do was he has prepared in 1982 the Fair Master Plan, which my daughter Ann did along with our office, and we're still using that today. And so that's a great thing. And so Aldo, welcome. Let's see. Go ahead.
They wanted me to say something about the fair, a little history. I grew up with Luther Plumer, who was the grandson of D.L.B. Smith, who started Selective Insurance and owned the old fairgrounds, and he allowed the fair to operate free of charge for all the years they were in Branchville. He volunteered all his people that worked in the insurance office to help run the fair. So I started with this fair in 1939. In 1940, our good county agent came to the fair committee and said there were a lot of 4-H kids that wanted to show their animals. So they signed corporation papers and made it the Sussex County Farm and Horse Show. Before that, it was the Branchville Horse Show, which was started by the Branchville Riding Club many, many years ago. Then in 1941 came the day of infamy, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. There were 5 boys. We had worked the fair for a number of years together. We were all the same age, give or take a year. And so off we went to war. Luther Plumer was killed with the Marines on Iwo Jima. The cemetery gate has these words: "For your tomorrow, we gave our today." He left a little girl he never saw, who comes to this fair every year from Taos, New Mexico, always looks me up and asks many, many questions about her father. She called recently and is coming to the fair this year. Billy Sanford and Jane, his sister, used to ride in the show. Billy joined the 82nd Air Force, Airborne, and was killed in Operation Market Garden. Phil Ayers used to ride in the show. He got killed in a plane crash, military plane crash. George Whitmore, his father was on the executive committee and his mother was very much involved with the fair also, was a tall, handsome boy. He survived every battle in Europe, came home, died 6 months after leaving the Army on the operating table. I joined the Navy as an apprentice seaman and was discharged as a lieutenant commander. In 1976, we moved to the new grounds. We had a dairy farm, and no one knew how to make it into a fairgrounds. So I called 3 managers from big fairs to come here, and they looked over the grounds and said, you need an engineer and you need a master plan. So who do I think of? Harold Pella. So he and Lois came 43 years ago. Harold laid out the grounds. He was helped also by David Wright. He had some good ideas about laying out the grounds. And they made a dairy farm into the scenic fairgrounds we share today. In 1940, 1940, when they made it into the Sussex County Farm and Horse Show, the announcer, Jules Barron, said, since we're an agricultural fair, we should open the fair with something agricultural. So 75 years ago, he gave the rooster crow that opened the fair. So when it opened the fair,